Yo, what is up fam? My name is Fellgy and welcome to today's video.
In my mind, in my head, this is where we all came from.
In this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my 50K investment and how I got there and how you guys can start your business and scale to the same amount that I'm at, or even just close to that and getting your business off the ground. Starting right from the top, the investment is for my brand Rezillion. We are in the HQ right now. We have the shelving units behind us. This is where I do all my work. Hopefully one day we're gonna be upgrading to a warehouse. That is one of my next goals. But right now, a goal of mine is to make this next launch extremely successful and the biggest one yet. The investment is 50K. If you guys saw my last one, it was 30. So we have now jumped another 20. Obviously there's gonna be more items, more stuff going on, more marketing, just more in general because we have to consistently be progressing and improving. With this investment, is the 50K all for apparel? No, 42 is. That pays for all the apparel and hopefully covering the duties and taxes. I always try to give a little bit more. So basically 40 for the apparel and 2,000 for duties and taxes, but obviously that can change. So the other 8K is the sampling, and that's sampling of the actual products itself. So creating the final design, getting it here, testing it. Obviously those cost quite a bit, especially if it doesn't turn out right and you have to create another one. Then there's the actual material, so material sampling, testing that, and I would say that gives another probably 2,000 to 3,000. So sitting at 45. The other 5K is actually for the launch itself. So that is when we're a month and a half out, and that's gonna be straight marketing, trying to get some things done, promo stuff, some Instagram ads, sending out some product, all the marketing stuff. That's gonna be that, and obviously I have several ideas for that, and that's kind of something that you're gonna have to decide on your own what you want to use those marketing dollars for, and that's kind of where the creativity comes into play. All right, so let's actually talk about how I even got to this 50K investment, because obviously there's a shit ton of stuff that comes before, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail because the story behind the brand is pretty intense, and I might have to make another video about that. There is a video way back when I started my YouTube channel that I feel like I can do way better now of explaining it. But if you guys want some background story, you guys can go watch that one. I started the brand in 2017, June 2nd. That is when I started the brand, and it was actually not called Rezillion at that time. It was called Relentless. Long story short, I got a cease and desist in the mail. The brand was doing really well, but there was already a company down in the States that was using the name in relation to apparel and not activewear. It was actually cowboy gear. Facepalm is just fucking crazy. But anyways, that happened. Lost a bunch of money there, had to get lawyers, blah blah blah, and I decided to make the comeback, and that happened in 2018. Early September is when I launched. But anyways, we're gonna take it right to the beginning. When I first started this brand, the first launch ever, I invested 10K. So we've jumped from 10K now to 50K. Now, that first investment, completely all my own money. I worked construction to earn that, so I didn't get a loan, I wasn't borrowing money. It was money that I had earned working really hard, and then I obviously found my love for fitness, and then that's when I decided to take that money and go full board into this brand. So I started with that 10K and obviously continued to build capital. Every single time I would take that money, reinvest it. I'm not going and buying any crazy luxurious things. I'm not buying a warehouse, because any money that you can keep to put back into the brand is going to help. So staying in this little office, putting shelves up, or putting it in the basement or in my room just to save a little bit of money so I can build the brand and put it into marketing dollars, put it into new apparel, new designs, new material. All of that stuff matters, because as soon as you start wasting your profit on stupid things that you don't actually need, that's when you're gonna really slow down your progress, and you could even fail and run out of money, or you might have to go get a loan and then just get yourself into debt. Start slow, start small, and just believe in the brand. A big reason why I feel like I've been able to get to where I am and being so successful with the brand is because I focused on one thing. The one thing that I'm focusing on is also my passion. I absolutely love fitness. Even before this, I was always working out. I loved being in the gym, being in the community, talking to everyone. It was just like good energy. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, start my own business, and I knew that if I was gonna do something, it had to be within my passion. So putting my passion together and obviously wanting to have a career, being my own boss and starting my own brand, putting that together and not jumping from thing to thing and starting another business, focusing on that. It was like, this was going to be my thing and I was going to focus on it 100%. I think that's going to help if you guys are starting something, that make sure it is your passion, because you're gonna always wanna work on it. You're not gonna wanna start something else because you're not excited about what you're doing anymore. Along with that consistency, another big thing is learning from all the mistakes that you are going to make. It's not a question of if you're going to make the mistakes, you're going to. Things are gonna come up, struggles are gonna come up. You just have to be okay with making those mistakes and learning from them and progressing, because I've made a shit ton, but I've literally learned from every single one and made my brand better because of that. I think that is why it's grown so well. It's because I'm not staying stagnant and just trying to always do the same thing that isn't even working. I'm consistently changing things and trying new things to see what works so I can get up there more and compete with the bigger brands. With that being said, let's talk about what you can do to start your brand. Now, a big thing is we all have different amounts of money. We don't have 10K. Some people have 20, and we're all just in different places. But what you can do is work with something that you have. Don't try to be like me or compare yourself to the next person that might have more or less or whatever. It's what you have and what you've earned. You can always go earn more and then come back to it and start it. Whatever you feel more comfortable with. What you can do is take something that you're okay with losing, literally, off the beginning. You don't want to invest so much that it's going to set your whole entire life back if it doesn't work out. But obviously, you're gonna make sure it works out because it is your passion, so it's something you enjoy doing. You're gonna be happy doing it. Whether you're making money or not, you're gonna wanna do it. So the problem is when you start chasing just the money alone and building the business and seeing the progression isn't actually making you happy, you're gonna fail really fast, like really fast. You're gonna take that money that you do have, invest it into whatever it is that you want to start, and you're just going to use whatever profit that comes from selling your product and reinvest it. That money stays there. It's not used for anything else but building the brand. Down the road, when the brand is big enough and you can actually start to, pay yourself for what you've been doing, that's when you can start to see a little bit of return. But it doesn't matter because you're gonna be happy working on your brand anyways. That's the goal there. When you do invest that money, make sure you're starting small and start local. I know a big mistake that I made was, obviously with Instagram, you can spread your brand throughout the entire world. Don't do that, it's too big of a market. Start small, start local, start with your friends, family, start with your little community, and then you can go into your city or town or wherever you are, and then slowly work your way out from there. Don't try to go for the entire country if you haven't even taken over your city and got the support from them. It's very important. Most people want to support local anyways, so start there, really get the backing behind the people that are in your area, and then you can slowly use that support that you have and the reviews and the good word to then grow. I think a big thing that people also overlook in their marketing is that what they do as a brand is literally their marketing. And I'm talking about service, word of mouth. If you give someone good service, that word of mouth is going to then spread. It is so important that the initial clients or initial customers that you get, you're treating them like gold. You have to make sure that you're giving them a first good impression so that those people can then go and tell their friends and family, tell them about how amazing your brand is or how good the service is, and that way it grows like that. Because if you start giving really shitty service off the bat to a paying customer, it's gonna be really hard for you to expand and grow. So those first customers matter so much, and all of them do, no matter what, all the customers down the road, because if you treat every single one of the new ones that are coming in, you're gonna get that same growth as in the beginning. I hope all that information helps you guys or motivates you guys in some way. The launch is gonna be happening this June as long as everything goes to plan. I know there's a lot of shit going on with COVID, but we are still grinding. We're gonna make it happen even if we need to push it back, but we're gonna try to make sure it doesn't happen. Follow the IG page for Rezillion and you guys will have all the updates. You guys will be able to see all the new apparel because there are 1,700 items. in total that are going to be launching, not 1,700 different designs, but 1,700 items in total dropping this June, and I've worked extremely hard on them. Super excited for you guys to finally be able to wear this stuff. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you guys are new. Peace.